From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, September the 5th, 2024. Police in Germany are investigating an incident that took place today near the Israeli embassy in Munich, where an armed 18-year-old man said to be an Austrian citizen opened fire on police officers who returned fire, killing him. There were no other people hurt in the incident. There are reports that the shooter had possible ties to Islamic extremism. The Times of Israel cited Bavaria State Police and prosecutors saying in a joint statement that it is assumed to be a terrorist attack involving the Consulate General of the State of Israel. However, the motive is still unclear and under investigation. The consulate was closed at the time of the incident today for a special ceremony to commemorate the 1972 Munich massacre, where 11 Israeli athletes were murdered by Palestinian terrorist group Black September at the Munich Olympic Games. Israel's President Isaac Herzog said today that he spoke with President of Germany Frank-Walter Steinmeier and wrote, "Together we expressed our shared condemnation and horror at the terror attack this morning near the Israeli consulate in Munich. On the day our brothers and sisters in Munich were set to stand in remembrance of our brave athletes murdered by terrorists 52 years ago, a hate-fueled terrorist came and once again sought to murder innocent people." Herzog thanking the German security services for their swift action and said, "Together we stand strong in the face of terror. Together we will overcome." The IDF continues its operations in Gaza and in Judea and Samaria, the West Bank, where it said Israeli security forces overnight last night conducted a counter-terrorism operation in several areas, including Jericho, and eliminated multiple terrorists, including a significant terrorist, it said, from the Jenin area who took part in a shooting attack near the security fence and terrorist activity against IDF soldiers. Northern Israel today was once again under heavy rocket fire and drone attacks from terror group Hezbollah in Lebanon. Some of the rockets and drones were intercepted. Some landed in open areas. There were no injuries reported. The IDF responded, hitting Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. Well, the University of Maryland said it will not allow pro-Palestinian groups to hold an event on the one-year anniversary of the October 7th Hamas massacre. This following outcry from Jewish groups. University President Daryl Pines wrote on Sunday to the community, "We acknowledge the significance of the anniversary of October the 7th and recognize the horrific suffering it represents for people here on our campus and across the globe." And while he said applications for events led by several student organizations were submitted for October the 7th, he said, "Jointly, out of an abundance of caution, we concluded to host only university-sponsored events that promote reflection on this day. All other expressive events will be held prior to October the 7th and then resume on October the 8th. While Pines did not name the groups in question, the JTA reports that according to the campus chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine, the planned event was supposed to be a quote-unquote vigil to be held jointly with the school's chapter of the anti-Zionist group Jewish Voice for Peace. Turning now to Paris and the Paralympic Games, where Team Israel took home 2 more medals today. The women's goalball team won a silver medal, and Israeli tennis player Guy Sasson won a bronze. American Jewish table tennis star Ian Seidenfeld won a bronze as well in Paris today for Team USA, and Jewish-American track and field star Ezra Freck won a gold medal on Monday in the men's 100-meter T63 final, and on Tuesday won another gold for Team USA in the high jump. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, September the 5th. At 7 o'clock, author and former Olympic fencer Dan Alon recounts the 1972 hostage-taking and murder of 11 of his teammates at the Munich Games. At 8, Jerry Berkowitz, a survivor of the 1970 Black September airplane hijacking, recounts his harrowing experience as a hostage and also speaks about the current hostages being held by terror group Hamas in Gaza. At 9, David Rabazan L'chaim, whose book Terror in Black September chronicles his personal experience on the hijacked flight. At 10, FIDF CEO Steve Weil welcomes Aaron Bours, IDF Master Sergeant, to tell his story of finding his calling with the IDF, his experience as a lone soldier, and his experiences on and after October the 7th. That is also coming up next. At 10:30, it's an encore of the news. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, September the 5th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.